Hi guys, I'm here on my porch, relaxing, and I was looking at my crassulas, and since it's September, they're awake and growing. They're summer dormant, so I noticed that they need some cleaning, and probably it's a good time to propagate some. You see how big they are? So first I want to show you this string of buttons here. It had a little bit of mealybugs this year. Like, I don't know if you can see right here where there is some dried up leaves where I sprayed with alcohol. And then this is all new growth in the last few weeks. So I would like to cut some of these parts. They don't look great. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna chop this one first. Right there. Here guys, so if you're propagating string of buttons, you just cut the branch, clean up some of the bottom leaves so the stem can be placed in the soil. And it's better when you do shorter stems than longer ones, especially when it's like woody stem, but I'm sure this one will root. So here is another one that's a little bit leggy here, that I would like to reset, so I'm gonna cut that one a bit. Let's see. And then I'm going to trim some of these tops, like this one, that doesn't look that great. And leave this piece, which I'm positive is going to root. There is a little piece here sticking out. I'm going to just chop that one off. This one I'm going to chop a little bit. So I'm going to cut this one definitely. I'm also cleaning some dry leaves. I think that's better. So I'm gonna just set these propagation pieces in the soil here. Where I think it's a little bit empty. Yeah, that's better. I found another one that I don't like. Trim it down. There. Much better. Alright. This one, I don't think it has so many pieces that I don't like. It's just big, you know. It's almost touching the ground, so when I take it inside for the winter, it's not gonna work out. This here, that here, definitely needs to be cut. Start from there. It's going to be exciting to propagate another pot of these. I just love this one. So much fun. Kelly's meowing here because she's with me on the porch. She sometimes comes out, but she doesn't go anywhere further, just stays right here. But it looks like she wants to go back in. Okay, Callie, just give me a moment. I feel like these are so long. Like, I trimmed them and it's like I didn't trim them. Maybe I need to trim much more. Go all the way here. And cut some of these branches a lot more. Here's another long piece here and has a bare stem over there. So I'm gonna cut it all the way up like this and then shorten these branches so they can root easier. I feel like this piece here really needs to be cut down. So you can see how stem is bare here on top, so I'm going to definitely cut that one there. And then look at how much there is here. You can fill a whole pot with this one cutting. I'm gonna trim that a little bit. It's looking much better. Look at guys. and it's still pretty full. I just love that it's getting new growth here in the middle of the pot. I think it's really great. This one's a little bit leggy, even though it can lean here, but I think I'm gonna chop that one as well. Oh, I need to show you how cute they are. Look at them. Kelly's on one side and Kylo is on the other side. Just like a few seconds ago, they were looking at each other. Alright, fun part, guys. I'm just taking all these cuttings and I'm gonna place them in the pot. I'm hoping these gonna root before I take all the plants inside, because it's beginning of September. I have about 4 more weeks, I think, here outside, and then all plants have to go inside. We're gonna start to have freezing temperatures or cooler temperatures, never know. I'm not using rooting hormone. It's a dry soil, you don't have to. And I don't even know, I think it's in my plant room, so I don't feel like going downstairs right now. Because I don't have one space with plants, I'm always like running up and down. One place there is pots, the other place I have soil, and then I have some plants outside, some plants inside. Sometimes it can be quite exhausting. So exciting. All right, I filled the whole pot. Look at that, guys. And the other one still doesn't look like I have taken a lot from it. And you can see how different color is of these ones versus these ones, because they were like covered by a lot of these branches and not getting enough light. So they're gonna probably get reddish color soon too. So that's done. Let me show you one more Crassula that I want to work on today. So guys, I was just doing propagation with this one and trimming, and I realized I didn't click record, so that's annoying. So anyway, look at this giant string of buttons, and before I actually cut it, it was this piece was right here, and it was getting so heavy. Even though I repotted it recently in this beautiful black pot that I got on a garage sale, it was still really heavy on this side, and I decided I have to cut it. So I cut this branch, and look at how big this cutting is. You can fill a whole pot with it. And then this one was still heavy on that side, and I had to cut another branch that had the multiple branches coming out. And so I'm gonna propagate these. I didn't really have to clean it up a lot because it didn't have many dried up black leaves, yeah, it's not as heavy on one side as it was. So I was just actually thinking if I should maybe trim this piece too, because it's a little bit odd how it's standing there. So I'm gonna just trim that as well. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I love my crassulas, guys. So since I'm already on the porch, I was thinking to show you plants that I have here outside. Those are all plants that will have to go inside in about 4 weeks. And I'm hoping this year not to keep them under fluorescent lights, but give them natural light this winter. So let's take a look. So let's start from this side here, guys. I always have on the steps here agaves, and fall, summer, spring, and beginning of the fall, they really get what they get, you know, rain and sun. So they're not as protected as my other succulents. I actually sold, because they grew so much, I had a blue agave that was huge. I'll try to find a picture so I can show you how big it was. And I sold that one and kept the baby that has grown already a bit. And I also sold my big variegated agave, and I took one of these stretched ones from one of the pots from conservatory, because we actually throw away sometimes agaves because we don't know what to do with them. So I sometimes take a baby either from my agave or from conservatory if we don't need it. This one you can see it's a bit stretched because the leaves are a little bit skinny and long. So I was hoping it's gonna straighten up a bit here on the sun, but it's been like maybe just a month that I brought it here, so I don't know. This one here I bought at Pets Greenhouses. I think it's called Agave, White Thread Cascade, and I was waiting for him to give me pop so I can sell it because it got too big for me to keep. And it finally did, and I pulled it out. It has a really nice root system already. So this is the baby of this one. And then I noticed that it's growing another baby. So so that one I am selling. So, and then this cactus I'm also selling. It's really cute. Variegated Joseph's coat. There is my euphorbia here. This agave that I got from Guest Farms. And then here is some of my euphorbias. Green trigona. This is a piece for sale, one of my propagations of Sticks on Fire. This is my big neck euphorbia. It grew so much, guys, this season. It started kind of getting curvy shape, so I had to put a stick and tie it because I wanted it to keep the straight look. This is my propagation of one of my euphorbias. I think it may have rooted already, I don't know. Hasn't been a very long time, and it is a big piece. It has rooted. I can feel the roots, so that's good. I want to take more cuttings of that one. This is my Fred Ives, a beautiful afterglow. I got this one as a cutting, I think month and a half ago maybe, from Guest Farms. This one here I bought, I don't even know, 2 years ago I think, on a sale, and this is the first year they started shooting a bunch of new plants, so that's really exciting. They're all over the pot. There is some in the back. Beautiful colors. You know, the back is purple, top is green. This one I ended up cutting. It looked leggy and struggled with mealybugs during the last winter at the conservatory, so I took cuttings, and I think most of them have rooted, yeah, from what I can see pulling, but I did notice that it got mealybugs, so I have to spray this one today. These are just the cuttings of my euphorbia that I keep at the conservatory, so they haven't rooted yet at all. This is also cutting. I'll show you the propagation that I have been doing of this one a few weeks ago. So here is my Graptopetalum Pentandrum Superbum, and it's, as you can see, really heavy. That's the one that had beautiful bloom, and it was like really big and pretty, and then got burned, and then outgrew all that burn, but it cannot hold itself anymore, how heavy it is. I think I just need to cut it today and just root that top, because it already grew the little rosettes on the bottom here. So I'm thinking to cut somewhere here. It's such a thick stem. Alright, so I'm gonna remove a few leaves here from the bottom, and some of them will get dried up anyway, like that. This is what I'm left with. That one is still rooting. This is my euphorbia variegated corn cob, obesa, Medanium. Oh, this, guys, makes me so happy. I got 3 tiny cuttings. They were like that size, 3 cuttings like this size, and they're like in weeks filled this pot. I propagated them in water in like few days, literally. These are like so easy to propagate. I think this is some kind of Tradescantia. I don't know what's exact name, but it's just so cute. I love it. And then this one I have from, I don't know, was it from last year or less than a year? That one was really happy this year. And then here on top I have Sedums. These always struggle for me during the winter time under lights, so I'm gonna try to find them a good spot facing east this year on a natural light where the temperature is a little bit cooler. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I almost forgot about this string of buttons. I have this one too, but I don't think this one needs much propagation and cleaning. I think it's doing good. This euphorbia had some really dried up, not good looking branches on top, and I ended up cutting 2 of them, and those that I cut started new growth, as you can see here, and all the new growth seems to be healthy, which makes me really happy. I left only this branch here that doesn't look the best. I don't know what this is. Was it too dry, or this is some kind of issue that it had, illness? I have no idea. But I did treat it with neem oil just in case. Alright, so now we're gonna move to the other side. Well, here, let me first show you. These here were like all having issues. Got powdery mildew, like that white mold. Or this one, I think, I don't even know what this one had something, either pests or powdery mildew, and I chopped off the tops, and it has a all new healthy growth. This is Porcelains. This one really hasn't been growing much. I don't know, doesn't seem happy. I have to check the soil. This is, I think, called Lilac Frost Echeveria. There is a Calibra here. This is the one that I got from Arizona. All of these got a little bit of a powdery mildew and recovered completely outside. So everybody here is doing pretty good. I'm especially happy about these here. This one, you can see that it's starting to grow more. It really likes cooler temperatures. And this one that looked pretty bad when it got sick from powdery mildew, I actually sprayed with the neem oil, and then the leaves got damaged. This is all new growth, and not only that it has 1 rosette, but it started growing like 3 rosettes underneath here and 3 rosettes underneath here, and look at the color, it's just so beautiful. So I'm hoping it's going to completely outgrow these leaves that I sprayed with the neem oil and look really nice and pretty. This one I really wanted to throw away, Rusbii, because it just looked horrible. But I left it here, and it's starting to put up new growth that's healthy, so maybe it's going to survive. Then here on this side, oh, I love fall colors on these succulents, particularly, guys. Look at this Vera Higgins. Oh, so pretty. Love it. This is one of the, I don't know if it's ghosty or Pentandrum. This one here was in conservatory. I left some echeverias this year there, and I so regret, because we have never had such a bad mealybug infestation in Desert Dome. So I brought this one like 2 weeks ago and sprayed it and started recovering, because it had mealybugs all on the new growth. So I'm hoping it's going to be okay. This is one that I got from a clearance from Lowe's. I think I had one video about that. This is my Fred Ives, another Vera Higgins, my Perle one Nurnberg that's been kind of looking dehydrated, so I don't know if it's time to cut this one. I have some propagations there. Then I have pink granite here. I love this sedum and the color. There is some kind of pink granite hybrid and Myrnae. I think this is Graptopetalum. Here is my Decora. Had issues, very sensitive Echeveria, so it gets easily pests. I've been trying to recover them outside. This is a propagation of Purpursorum. These are some of the stuff that I posted on for sale that I have extra or don't want to keep, as well as this one, this pretty gray pot with echeverias. Then I have my aloes here. I actually eliminated some of the aloes just in an attempt to decrease my collection. Then I have my euphorbias here and Echeveria rainbow. Then there's my variegated string of hearts and another euphorbia. So yeah, this year for the first time I'm not planning to take these shelves and black shelves and not to use fluorescent lights. I put them on a marketplace and sold them already. So I'm hoping majority of these plants to be kept on a natural light in the windows. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated. So I decided, guys, to cut these branches and propagate this Perle Nurnberg because it is kind of wrinkly, and I think it's just time to take care of it because it is kind of wide, and I will most likely have to keep it under lights. So I prepared 2 pots. I don't want to disturb this pot because I have some propagations that I would like to leave growing another 4 weeks that they can be outside. So I was thinking I'm gonna cut these 3 and leave them together, and then I'm gonna try to cut these 2 in the middle and leave them together. So actually I won't separate these. Just gonna cut them like this together. And I think I'm gonna put that in a smaller pot. Alright, let's cut this here. Like that. And then this, see there's this big stem in the middle. I'm gonna cut into that big stem so I can keep these 2 together. Alright, there we go. And I'm gonna put that into this. Just checking for mealybugs. Sometimes they hang out on these stems, and I certainly don't need any close to roots wherever. Alright. So that's gonna go together, and this is gonna go together, and then I'm gonna leave this one here for now. Hopefully these can grow a little bit more. This one looks like it's crested here, so I don't know. We'll see as it grows. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for your support and comments. I will see you soon in the next video.